What's going on, guys? Hope everyone had a great weekend and everyone is chill. Before we get into it, we're working on the fire pit. I was hoping to maybe work on something else, but not today, guys. We're going to wrap up this fire pit. I don't know any other time I'm going to have a chance to work on it. So on stream, it is. Yeah, I'm just looking around. Okay, so if you're watching this now or in the future, hit that like and subscribe. Trying to grow the YouTube channel, guys. We're gonna have a couple of really cool shorts coming your way soon enough. Got a lot of cool little videos underway, and if you want to see them ahead of time, you can join the Discord. I'm posting kind of like ahead of when I would post them to, say, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, etc. I'm posting them to the Discord. So particularly if you're an artist, you should go join the Discord, post your artwork, check out some of the artwork other people are posting. Let's get over to the fire pit. Yeah, you guys probably are so tired of looking at fire pits, but we're getting this stuff figured out, okay? One flame at a time. I was hoping to maybe work on something else, but again, the fire pit needs to get done, so I'm gonna turn the lamp on. Get the Armsy a little bit closer so I have something for reference here for scale. Okay, we got some creepy music going on today. Supposedly it is what is it? Horror sci-fi music. So like I said, I wasn't having the best of luck yesterday with this, but high hopes. What can I use? I guess I'll just use this mold. Hey, it's robust, okay? Hey, Tony, how's it going? I'm not doing too bad. Hopefully you're doing well. Really? Maybe something like that. Stop rolling around so much. There we go. Come on. There we go. Good news is now, though, that the clay has officially cooled down, so it shouldn't be falling apart as much as it was yesterday while we were working on it. But it should be, yeah, pretty chill streams today. I'm getting really tired of looking at Adobe Premiere's screen, though. I wonder, I'm actually thinking, wouldn't this be cooler, instead of having this come up to be like 3 flames, and they're too evenly spaced as well, so if it was just like 1 flame coming up. How do I want to do that? Again, now it's super cold, so I don't want to torch it so much that I turn it to liquid. I just need to warm it up just a little bit. I always want to put so much I always thought it'd be really cool to actually create the core that you're sculpting on to have like hot water running through it, so you could cool it down if you wanted to. That's going a little too far though. Yeah, see, we already liquidated. We already liquidated this area here. I need a tongue depressor. And I guess it could have like a little flame coming up here, maybe? No. But this one could. What are we making? It's a fire pit for our monster diorama. It's the Armsy from the video game The Forest. So we already sculpted the fire pit. Now we just have to sculpt the flames, mold them, and then cast them with 8 million LEDs. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's actually the third fire pit we've sculpted. We've only taken. It's only the second one I've taken this far, though. The second one, we only kind of just barely sculpted and realized it wasn't the right scale. What are you up to? Hopefully you have a chill Sunday. It's Sunday, right? Yeah, it's Sunday. Damn it, it did the thing. It did the thing. Chilling, trying to stay cool. Oh, yeah? Yeah, it's pretty toasty. It's even toasty out here. Hi, how are you? I'm doing good. How are you? You know what? I get to sculpt and work on my project, so yeah, I'm gonna take it as a win, you know? I'm gonna consider that a good thing, right? Shane, thank you so much for the follow. Lady Nero, I can't near. Yeah, I can't wait for it to be complete either. It's one of those things where the original fire pit I did might have even honestly been okay, but it's one of those things where do you really want to spend so much damn time on a project and then afterwards just constantly regret a certain part of it, right? Like, I don't. I will be very upset if that's the case. So. But I'm definitely, you know, experiencing levels of OCD for sure about it. Again, the profile is not terrible. I feel like I need more negative space. More hollow space, you know? I don't know if this is going to work. I have one idea. Can you stop moving, please? Thank you. Is that clay also? No, it's not. It's I already sculpted this, and then we molded it, and then I cast it in plastic so that I would have something firm to sculpt on. So, yeah. Wait, what else? If I have it come off... I challenge, you know, if you guys are any sculptors out there, try and sculpt a fire, okay? It's oddly tricky to do. Yo, funny guy, what's up? How's your Sunday going? Hopefully well. No, see, that's what I was afraid of. It's got to be up there a little bit more. And then maybe we add a little bit of a spin to that. There is no wrong way? I don't know. I feel... So the reason I think I'm freaking out about it is because I don't know if you guys have ever seen, like, old toys where there's like a fireball or flames. They always look so terrible. Like, they can really take away, since I'm really working hard to do the whole I don't want to say realism, but to really capture a mood in the diorama. I'm definitely battling with the flames. Certain perspectives on it look really good, you know, but you got to keep turning it to make sure that it's the right perspective. I wonder if I do... No, that won't work. I just need something heavy to put on this toolkit so it stops moving around so damn much. Funny guy, I am doing pretty well, all things considered. Like I said, if you guys haven't had a chance, jump over in the Discord. You can check out those videos I've been working on. Been doing some creepy ASMR stuff for the Chest Burster project, so... Looks good to me. I would say I have a little OCD. Sometimes I think you can do too much. I know, right? I know that feeling. Yeah, for sure. It's like when you don't leave, when you know you should have left something alone, but you didn't leave it alone and you kept messing with it. That's, yeah, that's my MO. But the other thing too is like, I'm also playing against a little bit of what a fire is supposed to look like, because the bigger I make the flames, the more LEDs I can fit into the flame mold. So I'm trying to serve two masters, a sense of realism and also a practicality of wanting to fit as many damn LEDs inside this thing as possible. I set out to make the LEDs in the diorama all part of the diorama so that it would be self-lit, you know?
On my mark.
We're on express elevator to hell. Going down.
Bubba Tubbs, thank you for the follow for sure. So other than just wanting to see the project overall be done, I also want to move on to some other projects. You didn't know I was doing that. Yeah, I am doing that. So, I gotta take that into consideration while working on it, right? I went as far to look up, like, to see if I could see, like, 3D scans of a flame. Oddly, you can find some interesting stuff. They use something called, like, it's not topography. Maybe it is topography. They use a similar scanning technique that they scan, like, landscapes with and stuff to scan flames. But the flames you can find, like, imagery of, or imaging of, is, they're very, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, they're controlled flames, so they look like a torch. It's not something you'd find naturally, right? Thank you for sending me a heart, Tony. You know what, TikTok? Here's the thing. If they want to share my life, they will. Okay? I'm not going to encourage them today. Ooh, I know what I could do. Oh, the skull came out great. Yeah. Yeah, I have to work on that a little bit more, for sure. Well, I have to cast a bunch of them now, right? That's what I have to do. I was really thinking the horror vibes were going to do it for me today, and now I don't know. I don't know. I was hoping for a little bit more upbeat aspect of it, but apparently that's I'm asking too much. Where are my... There they are. it's not uniform exactly. I have to avoid uniformity as best as possible. And try and give myself some level of negative space too. I think at this point I'd almost rather sculpt another skull than than be working on these damn flames. How do I do this? Let's zoom in a little bit, get a little bit better focus here. Bam. I wonder if I actually can take that down. Let's take this side way in. Again, reducing, every time I do that, I'm reducing the usability space of me shoving in LEDs, but my first sculpt, I actually was really happy with the flames because I like strategically put them so there were the wood was coming out of it more, but I didn't on this one. I didn't want to. Still working on the fire. Yeah. Yes, I am. Like Ghost Rider. Yeah, this is the. For those of you guys who didn't see, this is the skull we did. Actually came out really cool. This one we're gonna put LEDs inside the eyes and stuff so it glows. It's like a skull lamp. So the skull came out really nice. I have to cast a bunch of them now that the mold is done. It's actually what I have under here propping this up is the mold for the skull. Yeah. I am happy that the proof of concept worked for the it worked for the LEDs. We know it's going to work. It's just getting enough LEDs in there to produce enough light to light up the whole diorama.
On my mark.
We're on express elevator to hell.
Going down. Polyfusion Studio. Thank you so much for the follow. Hopefully your Sunday is going well. hello to you. Because I could even paint a peaceful Sunday to rest. Nice. It's always nice when you get a peaceful Sunday. I've been moving and shaking pretty much all day, but I still appreciate being able to just sit down, do some sculpting, you know? Shavant, actually. Not the biggest fan of Monster Clay, but, you know, to each their own. One of my goblin sculptures I did out of Monster Clay. As anyone who's sat here and listened to me complain about Monster Clay before, they'll know that I just think that I don't like the filler. I don't like how Monster Clay reacts to chemicals that are used to like soften or treat the clay. But I have a ton of it around, so I will probably have to use it up at some point. It's the same basic, yeah. Three printed base with a thin layer of clay for larger pieces. Nice. Cool, cool. It's actually really nice to be able to like see this stuff on camera because I can like it's odd. It's looking at it through camera is a little bit nicer than looking at it in person. Gotta go. I'll check out your videos later. For sure, Tony. Thanks for hanging out. And thank you for the gift, for sure. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Good night. Creepy horror music. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm vibing on this. We might have to change it shortly. Let's see what else we got here. What's this at? Wait, how long is this? Dystopian dark synth. Yeah, sure. Whatever. We'll try this one. Yeah, I know this. I know this trick. There we go. Can say I never really thought that the diorama was going to take so long for sure. That was a surprise. Man creating fire. Yeah, no worries. What's the plan with this piece? It's part of a larger project we're making. We're gonna cast the flames in clear resin with probably close to 60 LEDs inside of it, and the LEDs are gonna be flickering, so like red, orange, yellow, just like flickering LEDs. That's the goal, anyways. We did it. Although I didn't know at the time, but I did a test concept that I liked. The fire was too small, but we got it to work. If you check out my YouTube channel, you can see the first one we made, and it came out pretty cool. Man creating fire, yes indeed. It is resin already. I sculpted it and then we molded it, and I cast it in TC891, which is urethane plastic. It's usually like white. I added some pigment to it to make it a black, like a gray resin. But yeah, we already sculpted the actual fire pit with all the wood and all that. We're just sculpting over it now, so that I can cast the flames separately and then attach them, right? So I can get access to inside the flames pretty easily. At least that's the hope. Nice details. Yeah, thank you. Some of it we used real rock, and some of it we used sticks, like real sticks and stuff too. But like this area, we sculpted some bark on it. All this was sculpted in here. Unlike the skull was sculpted 100%. Like this dude here. Pure tedium, but we did it, and we cast him too. So burned wood is really accurate. Yeah, I did do a couple tries actually at just burning some of the wood. This one didn't work. For these big logs, I actually just used 2x4 that I split apart. But I got that to work. Yeah, definitely sculpting fires is not the most entertaining, or sculpting flames is not the most entertaining thing to watch. But I'll tell you this, if you guys ever need to sculpt flames, I'll have videos on it. This is my third try at flames, okay? Tried to make similar texture in ZBrush, not easy. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of, well, I'd pick ZBrush over Blender any day of the week, but, yeah, I've had some really cool success in ZBrush, only to end up not really liking the results of some of the 3D printed stuff I've done, so. I've printed on what's that, Formlabs printers. I've printed on Formac. I've printed on what's that other one we have? We have like 6 different types of 3D printers at our studio, and the high def ones are the closest ones for sure, but you can still see the imperfections and shit. So if I have to go back through and fix something up, I might as well have just sculpted the damn thing to begin with. I could probably see some utility in like imagine I had designed the flames in ZBrush, like a really basic version of them, printed them out, and then used that and like shrank it down and then just use that as like a core or an armature to sculpt on top of. I could have seen that going well. I like the fire. It's better and different than the first one and the second one. Yeah. MSLA are really crazy. That's your flow? Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah. For anyone who's stuck around and like Funny Guy there, seen all my different the different iterations we've had of the fire pit, it's got to be kind of interesting to see the different takes. It's been interesting to work on them all. The last one, I already dismantled it, but because I didn't like it, had more of a, like if the fire was in a, like a whirlwind tunnel, like it was all the flames were turning and going really, really high. It was kind of cool, but it wasn't practical. And then the first set of flames were these. You can tell the scale is like way too small. I was like, this one was really a pain in the butt. All these little cutouts were for the logs. Here we go. You can see this was the original fire pit. You can tell the scale it's quite smaller. How did this go on again? I don't even remember. I think it was like this. And we did run tests. We got LEDs and stuff inside there. That goes over that. Like that. It fit something like that, right? And it worked. The idea worked, but it was just too small. I couldn't fit enough LEDs into it to do the light for the Armsy. So you can see we just bulked it up. And this is a little too pointy. I want a little bit crazier. A little bit of a crazier fire vibe. Yeah, it's more of a fireball here. Keying everything is done in ZBrush and then final details done by hand. Yeah. Like I said, I got pretty decent at ZBrush when I was giving it a go. I just got to the point where I was like, man, maybe the printers are way better now. It was probably 5 years ago, I'd say, that I designed what I was working on in ZBrush. I picked it up pretty quickly, honestly. But I just didn't like the results of what I was working on. They are. That okay? Yeah, I figured as much. Anything tech, right? 6 months goes by and shit's out of date. kind of hard to break some natural laws about fires, which again is just gravity, right? So like a flame can't per se just like exist out of nowhere. It has to come from like the base, right, and work its way up. So if something impedes it, you have to sculpt that out. In my case, at least. Do you do your 3D printing for fun or for, you know, what is it? Work or pleasure? Your sculptures look edible. They do kind of look edible. It's like it could be like chocolate, right? Yeah. Sold my form to Joy with 8K printer. Oh, okay. 12K are out now. Crazy. Both. Okay. Cursed chocolate. Yeah, right. Tried once, never again. Yeah, right. Elv, thank you so much for the follow. Let's remember to not make them symmetrical, right? So what would happen if I actually treated it like geometry, you know? Dealing with just random planes. Give it kind of this like wood or something akin to it type feeling. Get out of there. We need our negative space, okay? And then I knocked over a little. This area might need to cool down. It feels like it's warm. What if we had another one kind of swoop off and inward, kind of like right here? Maybe it'll overlap and fill up. The negative space will be here, but it'll help kind of like fill it up a little bit. I don't know. Think about that one. Profile wise, I'm not unhappy with it. I don't know.
That is one big pile of shit.
Nice. Yeah, that's another thing on my to-do list is to go seemed appropriate. Yeah. Let's go through and update those sound alerts. I've had those ones for a long time now. I need to get some new ones on there. Trying to tackle things a little bit differently. What if I just keep turning it, take away from the sides? Just look at it as a two-dimensional thing as I spin it, right? And then just... There it is. And the bummer to me, well, you know what I could do? It's that just inherently by its design, if you look at it this way, it's probably the worst way to look at it. I'm guessing it's probably something like that. This little bad boy. The flames are always going to wrap up around the sides. They're not going to just like start here and travel up. I mean, they could if it was on fire, right? But it would be like barely noticeable flames. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're trimming it down. We started with a big old dude. Something. Kind of like that. Something about this I'm not the biggest fan of. Give us some more negative space. Bow, bow, bow. Stuff to define what's happening here. I think the coolest part from the last fires that we did were definitely getting the embers to work down at the bottom by the flames and all that. That came out really cool. I'm happy with that for sure. Yeah, apparently I added way too much clay to start, okay? think this is probably the hero side right here, if you're looking at it like that. I like that side the most, for sure. Nope. Oh, man. Not what I was trying to do. Sure, I feel about that little mini flame. Yeah, I think we have to have something here. This is a big empty spot. Trying to think. How do I want to do this? So if this is our hero side, say like the side that's gonna kind of face us if we're looking at the thing, at the diorama. Definitely trying not to make it look too much like a demented old tree, which it's vibing that way right now. So that's that. Very flat here. Reaching into my molten clay collection. Alright, I may regret this. In fact, I'm certain I probably will. No, you're gonna stay on that piece of clay. I don't want to get this like random like fire, what would be called, like a fire flick or whatever. It just like kind of like whoosh, like goes up, right? It's better. Making it a little bit taller kind of evened out how much heft we have at the bottom, right? Christy, thank you so much for the follow. So again, this is like our hero side. Zoom out here. Actually, let's zoom in and grab focus. Yeah. Yeah, you see? All right, TikTok, we're actually going to be wrapping up stream over on TikTok. If you guys want to keep watching the rest of the stream, we're going to go a little bit longer over on Twitch, YouTube, and or Kick, creatively_cursed. Hope to see you guys there. Bye. Bam. Oh, I can move a little bit. The real bitch is that we're going to have to mold this damn thing when we're all done, too. We need the little parts we added up top to cool down so we can sculpt on them a little bit. They're a little too warm and soft right now. No, don't do whatever I just did. Okay, there we go. Damn it. I did it again. There we go, something like, maybe something more like that. Hmm. Come on, come on. My God, so many clay bits everywhere. Need to find, like, they need to offer. Here's what I want. I want a picture of a fire. I don't know if you guys saw the original Matrix movies or not, but the way they did bullet time was at the time was they just used a huge green screen circle like room where they had, I don't even know. Let's see, what is it? They probably shot at 60 FPS, maybe less. Nah, they They probably had over 300 cameras, each one that took a single frame, and they just triggered them all to go off at once. That's what I want to have happen for a fire. I want to see what a fire frozen in time looks like. That'd be awesome. From all angles, be able to just spin around, you know? And you know what? If I knew how to trigger, if I could rent, how many would I want? I probably would want, for a fire this size, I'd probably want like 4, 8, 12, like 24 cameras. If I could just figure out how to trigger it, I could take a picture myself, okay? Shoot at a high FPS, low light, right? Or set with like aperture all the way closed down, get a really detailed shot. We could do this. Okay, we're definitely missing something. In this area. Or just throw my sculpting tools at it, you know. Where's our hero side again? This is our hero side. Someone should add that last track to that scarier soundtrack thing we were listening to earlier. I think, yeah, this is maybe the worst side to look at. I don't know. That's what I was trying to do. That's right. Nope, now I just create some straight lines. There we go. Okay. Ow. Wow, love hitting my head on the camera. Good times, good times. All right, we're roughing in kind of something going on. I don't know what yet, but we got something. There's something going on. Again, this side just... What is going on with this chunk of clay here? Kind of in a needing to create more negative space situation again. Yeah, making you think of that chocolate. Shit's ripping. Set up open VPN at home. Nice. How long did that take you? Maybe 20 minutes? I wish I knew more about it so I could be like, oh, awesome, you know, but I don't. But I'm gonna, it's awesome either way though, you know? I can show you the first iteration we did. So it'll look like something like this, probably. This was the first one we did. It was way too small, but the LEDs go inside, right? So it's hollow on the inside, and I can run LEDs up through this. This one's gonna look a lot more badass. It's gonna has flickering LEDs. Like I said, if you check out, or like I said earlier, if you check out my YouTube, I think it was like maybe 8 streams ago or something like that. You can see like this all lit up. This is UV resin mixed with mica powder, so it's translucent. I don't know if I'll do that same effect on this because it does reduce the amount of light that emits from it, and that was part of the problem I was having. Yeah, so yeah, you can actually see one of the tests I started before I realized I had to start all over. This is the mold for the flames. I started embedding LEDs with the UV resin into it. And as you can see here, I don't even know, it's like 20, I think, 20 LEDs in this one. But it was this situation that made me realize I needed a much larger fire to fit as many LEDs that I'm gonna need inside of it. So yeah, it was a sad state of affairs that made me realize that. Yeah. Are those unrecoverable? These ones? No, I mean, maybe. I don't know. Actually, let's just see. Dude, that's crazy. I know I'm not going to do it again. I can, honestly, I probably can recover them. One of the problems I ran into was that the LEDs create so much heat that it messes with the UV resin. The UV resin is not great at withstanding heat. So like when the one fire test was all lit up, it's gonna take me a while, but I bet you I could recover most of these. I'll probably break some in the process of trying to get them out. Yeah, so too much heat makes it too. That's how I could do it technically. I think if I literally just like put this under like a heat gun real quick, these will probably pop off. It's one of the issues. But I have a new resin, or I shouldn't say a new resin, a different resin I'm going to use for this one. And I might, no joke, literally just take a crap ton, way more than these. Take the mold, turn it upside down, and shove a bunch of them in there. And just pour solid resin. That was the reason I painted the ends of these, was so that if they were behind the plastic, I don't know if I can get this out to show. Like it would, yeah, that's not gonna show through. Like it's gonna look yellow behind it or whatever. So I painted these with just like yellows and reds and stuff, so that when the lights were off, it would still look yellowish. I'm actually kind of embarrassed to say that the fire, the flames, has probably been one of the most complicated things I have tried to sculpt in years. I don't even know the last time I was so frustrated with a particular sculpting project. And it's probably just because flames are not, everyone kind of knows what flames look like, right? But to sit and actually think about it, I've had some weird eureka moments and stuff trying to contemplate the dimensions of a flame. It's yeah, it's been rough. But the takeaway here is this: is if it looks good from one side, that's all we ever see a fire on, right? It's pretty much like a two-dimensional aspect. If it looks good from one side, now admittedly there's no painting and stuff, right? It should be fine. As long, so like you can just tell as you rotate this, there's some sides that it looks way better from, right? Like I think this is the worst side, but even then, maybe the log up the center there does kind of help, right? I think the best one is honestly like our hero side is somewhere in here. It's like you got to do the eye squint thing to kind of envision the lights, the paint job. Right now we're looking at a really basic gray. This will be really contrasty and the flames will actually be lighter than the rest of it, right? And if we pick this is our hero side, that's not bad, because that means if we're looking at the diorama, we see this, but this side is what's presented to the Armsy, which is fine, because this will actually be more area for light to be emitting than this side. This log breaks up how much light can come out, but this comes way down, so we have even more area to just like see. Actually, I'll show you guys kind of what this is looking like next to the Armsy sculpture so you can get an idea of the scale. This is technically a small fire pit, right? The idea is, it's hard to get the scale, right? But this is supposed to be like pretty tiny in comparison to the rest of the diorama. Like this skull is supposed to exist in the same world as this fire pit, right? So imagine a person, laying down essentially next to this fire. So something to consider. All right, hold on a second. Let me bring up these giant chunks of clay. Or, sorry, very small chunks of clay. Very small rocks. Okay. All right, let's move some stuff around. Sculpting tools. Get out of here. So the Armsy, when he's fully extended, he's almost twice as tall as a human, right? So these fire pits are even quite small, as you can imagine the original one, right? This one. Look how small that would have been. This fire would have been smaller than this guy's head. That's why we ended up having such scaling issues. Whoa. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on. It was only after we played through the original forest that I really got a vibe for the scale. Yeah, he's huge, right? Yeah, so you can see, yeah, he's a big boy. And honestly, I think the fire pit is still, what is this getting stuck on? I don't know. It's like, anyways, the fire pit even is kind of, it could still be probably a little bit bigger if I really wanted it to be. But the fire pits in the forest are, they're very, what's what I'm looking for? They're very small little campfires. They're not really big. So, but so this will be slightly raised up. I think it's going to exist somewhere like here or here on the diorama, because he's going to be in a cave. So this will be kind of off to the side. It'll come down. We probably won't have as much, like, really just look at the stones. The stones is probably the most, like, realistic size. It's going to be, like, up here. He's going to be kind of down in, like, a ravine or a little bit of a creek or whatever. And the light should be bouncing up and hitting him here. And then we'll have a couple of these skull lamps, right? Chilling, looking at him. Or, like, hanging, you know, right here to help give lighting as well. So, at least that's the plan. It could all go to shit, but we're finishing this damn diorama one way or the other. Absolutely. So, here we go. But I'm actually bouncing off, guys. Today's stream done. Hopefully by Tuesday, which we'll do the next art stream, we'll have I'll have the fire pit done and we can move on to something else. So, everyone, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, Cheech, thanks for hanging out as well. Yeah, everyone, it was a great time. If you guys haven't, I'm going to keep making appeals to go and join the Discord. Post your artwork. Post things that you're proud of. So have a great evening. I'll be back on Tuesday night. Enjoy what's left of your weekend. Peace out, guys.